switchless sockets. Now, apparently in Europe, you have a switch to either allow the power to flow by turning a button on or cutting it by switching it off. In America, you don't have this option, and that's most likely because of the fact that we have a lower voltage running through our sockets.
Really?
So the risk of shocking yourself when you unplug something without turning the socket off first isn't as high.
I don't want to move to Europe anymore. I don't want to move to Europe anymore. So you're telling me that I have a high chance of being electrocuted? I've been electrocuted before with the same socket. I've been electrocuted. Hey guys, welcome back to Foreign Reacts. Today we're going to be checking out a video titled 17 House Details in the US That Puzzles Foreigners. So all them folks from Germany, obviously everybody from Europe, probably some folks from Asia, maybe Africa, I don't know, but they puzzle y'all. So you're gonna see what's up with this video. So if you're new to Foreign Reacts, please do subscribe. By the time you're seeing this video, we're probably gonna be at 12,000 subscribers. So be the first ones to be here when we're at 12,000 and be subscribed. But either ways, man, we're trying to grow this channel exponentially, and we do have other channels. We got channels like Sports Feedback. So I'll leave a link for that in a pinned comment for Sports Feedback, so you guys can go check it out. It's strictly sports reactions over there. And also I have a Patreon. I got 14 folks over there, man, and they all recently just joined, and they do have, you know, specific privileges. So if you guys want to go join them, there will be a link also in the pinned comment section. And I have a Instagram and I do have Facebook as well. So all those will be in the pinned comment. So if you guys want to shoot me a message, I got the email as well. Shoot me a message over there, request whatever you want to request. I got y'all, man. But either ways, man, let's get right into this video.
The land of the free and the home of the brave. And apparently, huge freezing cold houses with weird sockets. Wait, what's so strange about American homes? Well, anytime I invite my non-American friends over to my house, they're happy to point out how bizarre it is. For example, 1. Big houses. First of all, not all Americans have huge houses. Plenty of people rent small apartments, and houses come in all different sizes. But yeah.
But let's be real though, the average American wants a big house, and the truth is probably the reason that we don't have a big house is because we're kind of broke, you know? Like me, I don't have a big house because I'm broke. Yeah, typical American.
I'll agree that the typical American home is pretty big and spacious compared to other countries, where the average square footage for European houses is about 1,500 feet. It's 2,700 feet in the US. I guess the numbers don't lie. Number 2. A room for everything. To fill our giant houses, we've got a room for pretty much anything you can imagine. If you can count closets as tiny rooms.
Guys, when I move to Europe, please don't be mad at me if I take my American ideas of housing to Europe. The structure might not look American, obviously, but the inside might look American with a lot of space. And you know, it might look that way, guys, so don't be mad at me. I love Europe and I love a lot of things that y'all do, but the housing, bro, it's one thing that I just cannot. I love space. I really love space. I love personal space. I love to be free, and probably that's one of the reasons why I've said in videos that I love the Netherlands, because they got a big ass lake out there where you could just go chill, and I, you know, could just be free. I'm not seeing any, you know, walls. So it's just who I am. I kind of like that big ass space. So forgive me. I like big vehicles. I like big houses. Forgive me, guys, but I just love it.
They kind of are when you think about it. Every American home has multiples of those. There are closets for clothes in each bedroom, usually one near the front door for coats and shoes, one in the bathroom or hallway for towels, one in the kitchen in the form of a pantry. Yep, we love storage space that's built into the house. Those big wardrobes you might get from IKEA aren't really a thing here. Number 3. Huge personal washers and dryers. Speaking of rooms, there's also usually one just for doing laundry. Also, most Americans have both a washer and a separate dryer, and they tend to be big too. My European friends tell me that their washer is in the kitchen or bathroom, and they hang their clothes to dry. But again, I'm sure it comes down to the issue of space. Still, even if a person in the US doesn't have their own, They just go down to the laundromat to use the machines there. You won't see many Americans hand-washing their clothes or hanging them to dry. I mean, who has time for that? 4. Basements. And here's yet another way to have plenty of storage space. Or, of course, if you're in the Midwest.
Y'all ain't got no basement over there? Like, you guys ain't got no basement in Europe. That has to be capped. I know y'all got bunkers, though, because for sure, gotta have one of those. If I have money one day and I'm not poor for the rest of my life, I think I would actually want a bunker where I could have a underground type stuff. I don't know if that would be legal in any country. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know law like that. But it should be interesting. But, you know, it's cool to have a basement because you use it for a lot of storage, let me tell you.
Basements serve as a shelter when a tornado hits.
Right.
But besides storage and tornado safety, a lot of American homes have gorgeous finished basements that serve as another living space. It might be in the form of a guest room or a recreational area to hang out in.
Very factual.
5. The abandoned dining room. And there are some rooms that we don't even use at all. Okay, maybe this just applies to my family, but we never use the dining room. It's there, we have a beautiful dining table, but we always just take our dinner to the living room and watch TV while we eat. Hey, dinner and a movie. 6. Serious about fire safety. More specifically, I'm talking about having multiple smoke alarms throughout the house. I personally have one in the kitchen, another in the hallway, and one in each bedroom.
Right.
That's what the National Fire Protection Association recommends. And I'm probably not alone in following their guidelines to a T.
You're not.
Fire safety is taken so seriously in the States that landlords can get in big trouble if they don't immediately fix a non-working smoke alarm for their tenants. And perhaps it's for fire safety or just a convenience thing. But I've always had an electric stove in any house I've lived in. Gas stoves aren't as popular as they are elsewhere in the world. 7. Wall-to-wall carpeting. This point will often depend on how old a house is, because a lot of the old ones have wooden floors. But most homes, especially the newer ones, have wall-to-wall carpeting in every room.
I like that.
Well, not the kitchen or bathroom, of course, but everywhere else, it's carpeted. Is this really just an American thing? If you're from another country, you'll have to let me know down below.
In the comment section. Let me know.
8. How low can you go?
What are we talking about here?
Now, my European friends find my toilet quite fascinating and mildly confusing. I guess toilets in the US sit lower than the ones in Europe do. It's not because we're
definitely I'm going to prefer the ones in the, in Europe. Definitely, because, bro, do you understand that to be, like, not being the shortest person in the world, bro, to go that low, it kind of sucks, bro. Like, yeah, you need a little bit of, I don't know how to explain it, but you don't want to get that low, bro.
necessarily shorter or that it's more comfortable for us. Low-sitting toilets actually serve a purpose. Being closer to the ground is a healthier and more natural way to, do your numbers. Before we even had commodes, our caveman ancestors squatted on the ground. So, just trying to keep it all natural over here. And, well, civilized too, of course. 9. Toilet bowls full of water. You didn't think I was done talking about toilets, did you? Okay, one more toilet fact for the day. In the US, they're full of water. On his first visit to the States, one of my friends actually thought my toilet was clogged. Nope, all that water is totally normal and serves several purposes as well.
It does.
First of all, it keeps the bowl from getting too dirty and staining the porcelain. That way, we don't have to use the brush as often. It also minimizes smells. But there is a downside of more splashing, if you know what I mean. And I think you do. 10.
Hey friends!
Man, it's tweaking, bro.
One faucet to rule them all. I haven't done a lot of traveling, but I have been to the UK, and I was flabbergasted by the separate faucets in the bathroom. How do you guys use those anyways? I have to wash my hands under scalding hot or freezing cold water separately. Jump back and forth between the two? In the US, sinks always have just one faucet, and you can customize the temperature of the water however you like. Now,
makes
as
sense.
for getting that perfect temperature when you're taking a shower,
But the weirdest part is faucets or whatever the shish kebab they're called. You can get them anywhere in the world. Like you can import them anywhere in the world. So it's kind of unique to think that you would have two things coming out with different temperature water. I've never seen that before, actually. Is that? I've never.
don't even get me started on that. 11. Crank up the AC. Yeah, most of us leave the AC running all through the summer
Steve.
instead of opening a window or using a fan. Probably
ain't
not the
cold
most
enough.
cost-efficient solution, especially in a big house, but it just feels so nice.
Right.
The same goes for cranking the heat up in the winter. You won't see many radiators in the US. 12. Wearing shoes inside. Most of the world has a pretty strict policy about
Yeah, that one I'm gonna have to get used to. I do wear my shoe inside, but it's not like a shoe where I go outside with. It's more like I have something specific that I wear inside. So I don't know if that would be considered. Y'all can let me know if you made it this far to the video. Would it be considered as wearing my shoe inside if I don't wear what I wear inside outside? Like, you get what I'm trying to say? So I have a pair of Crocs that I wear only inside of the house. I don't wear them anywhere else, just inside of the house. If I go outside, I don't have them outside. It's inside only Crocs, right? And would that be considered wearing my shoes inside the house, even though it doesn't go outside? I don't know, because it's always inside. Does that make sense?
taking your shoes off at the front door. But that's not really the case here. Most families are totally okay with wearing shoes inside around the house, as long as they're not muddy or anything. Sure, there are those American families that don't do it. So, if you're ever in the States, it's customary to ask if you need to take your shoes off at the front door.
Or
Most
just
of the
follow
time, the
owner.
answer will be, nah, you're fine.
Come on in.
13. Switchless sockets. Now, apparently in Europe, you have a switch to either allow the power to flow by turning a button on or cutting it by switching it off. In America, you don't have this option, and that's most likely because of the fact that we have a lower voltage running through our sockets.
Really?
So the risk of shocking yourself when you unplug something without turning the socket off first isn't as high.
I don't want to move to Europe anymore. I don't want to move to Europe anymore. So you're telling me that I have a high chance of being electrocuted? I've been electrocuted before with the same socket. I've been electrocuted. I'm scared. Guys, is this really true? Can I get electrocuted? Oh my gosh. Wow.
14. No tea kettle in the kitchen. The US is mostly a coffee drinking country, so we don't really use tea kettles. And if you're thinking, well, what about a kettle to boil water for instant coffee?
I've never seen
The
that
answer to
before.
that, my friend, is that most homes have a coffee maker to brew it
maker.
fresh. 15. Garbage disposals. Ah, yes, the convenience of rinsing your plate right in the sink, flipping the switch, and sending all that ground-up food down the drain. Garbage disposals are a lot more common in the
Yeah, like you don't got that in Europe? Y'all, that's something that is like it's a lifesaver. Let me tell you something. You ain't gonna get no clogs, bro. Let me tell you, bro. That thing right there. I don't remember bro. I'm telling you, bro. That thing is the bomb, bro. Like, I never knew it was secluded or unique to America, but bro, that thing is the bomb.
States. In fact, over 50% of American homes have one. I imagine it comes down to better sanitation and avoiding raunchy smells coming from your trash can. 16. Flags everywhere. Americans really do love to display the old Star-Spangled Banner, so most homes here have at least one hanging outside the house. But it's not just our national flag we like to hoist. A lot of people have a flag with their favorite football team or the college they went to on it. What can I say?
Rams,
We
baby.
like flags. 17. Pristine lawns.
No.
And finally, surrounding that big house full of rooms, closets, carpet, and weird sockets, we have our beautiful lawns. Okay, the perfect pristine kind are usually only found in the suburbs, but in general, Americans like to take care of their yard. Plus,
That's right.
most neighborhoods have rules about it. Even if you don't want to, you
got it.
often have to keep your lawn mowed and free of leaves or clutter. Everything's gotta look nice and clean. And now, whether you're
Especially in the
American or
suburbs.
not, which of these things apply to your house? Let me know down in the
Let me tell you, man, I agree with everything that he said. Everything that he said. He's talking facts, straight facts. But either ways, we out of here, guys. Leave a like on the video and subscribe, man. And yeah, let me know about that electricity type stuff because I ain't trying to get electrocuted. So I gotta be, safe when I'm in Europe. But either ways, guys, I'm out of here. Peace.